The morning sun stretched thin golden fingers across the dusty floorboards of the mansion as Jed Clampett stood in the center of the grand parlor with his hands tucked into his pockets. He looked toward his nephew with a puzzled expression. "Jethro, are you doing there? It looks to me like you are cooking up a fresh pot of mush for breakfast, but I have a strong feeling that we do not have to do that no more, nor nothing else for that matter." Jethro wiped his hands on his apron and grinned. "Uncle Jed, that bonsai fella is fetching over his Japanese women folks right about now. He is going to take care of himself, but that does not mean he is going to do for us, but he sure told me he would. He said he is going to wait on us hand and foot. Them Japanese men do not have no truck with that women's lib business." "Is that a fact, Jethro?" "It sure is. All you have to do is give them orders. See, I have been learning Japanese, so, as I will be ready for them. Listen to this. Kamikaze, Toyota, Sony, 0. Jed scratched his chin, his brow furrowing in confusion. "What exactly does that mean, son?" "It means, do not smack into my car radio with your aeroplane." Jed let out a slow, thoughtful breath. "You reckon he is going to be saying that a lot around here?" "Well, not a lot," Jethro replied, sounding quite pleased with himself. "But if he gives them an order right off, they will respect it. See, Japanese women are trained to respect Japanese men." "But you are not a Japanese man, Jethro," Jed pointed out gently. "With me speaking her language so good, how is she going to know?" Jethro asked with a wink. Jed nodded slowly, considering the logic. "True, true. But you gotta learn to eat with these, Uncle Jeff." He held up 2 wooden sticks. "What in the world are those?" "These is what you call chopsticks. The Japanese uses them instead of knives or forks or spoons. Watch, I will show you." Jed squinted at the thin pieces of wood. "They do not seem to hold a lot of victuals." "That is probably for me," Jethro said confidently. "Like them karate chops." "You reckon that is why they call them chopsticks?" "It is more than likely," Jed agreed. "Boy, I sure cannot wait to sink my teeth into them chicken-fried karate chops." "You reckon these are anything like pork chops?" "Oh, yeah, quite a bit. It looks like we are going to be eating high on the karate today." A knock sounded at the door, and Mr. Drysdale hurried in, his face etched with a look of professional concern. "Good morning, Mr. Clampett." "Good morning, Jethro." "Howdy, Mr. Drysdale. Sit down and have some breakfast with us." "Oh, no thank you. I am on my way to pick up the women of Bonsai's household and bring them over here." "Well, how is Mr. Bonsai feeling at this moment?" Jed asked, pouring a cup of coffee. "He still feels terribly humiliated that Granny defeated him in hand-to-hand combat," Mr. Drysdale sighed. "It was all I could do to get him out of his room. Well, I must be on my way. Oh, by the way, have you heard from Granny and Ellie lately?" "Not a word," Jed replied, his voice softening with worry. "I hope they are comfortable staying in Miss Jane's apartment." Mr. Drysdale chuckled dryly. "Well, I would hardly call it an apartment. It is more like a furnished room." In the small, cramped space of the city room, Granny was currently staring at a piece of furniture with deep suspicion. "This bed was right nice to sleep on, but it sure does take up a lot of room. Miss Jane insists that after you take the bedclothes off, it folds up into a sofa," Ellie Mae explained, patting the mattress. Granny poked the frame with her cane. "Well, it is not doing it." "Doing what, Granny?" "Folding up," she grumbled. "Ellie, I think we have to help it." "Let us see." "Well, I will be swished. What will they think of next?" "Oh, Bessie, you got your dress all dirty climbing on that fire escape. Now let us see your hands." "I was afraid of that. Now let us go get washed up. We will be having breakfast as quick as Miss Jane gets back." The goat let out a soft bleat. "You could sleep 6 on this thing if you went crossways," Granny mused. "Good morning, Bessie," Miss Jane said, bustling through the door. "I hope my landlord does not see you." "Morning, Ellie. Sorry it took so long getting your breakfast. Your kitchen sure must be a long ways from your bedroom." "It is about 3 blocks, Granny noted. Where have you been?" "Well, I was here a minute ago." "Must have stepped out," Ellie Mae replied. "I did not see her in the hall." "What do you want, Bessie?" "She is probably hungry." "Here is your breakfast, Bessie." The goat ignored the food and nudged the side of the sofa bed. "I thought they liked bananas," Miss Jane said. "They do," Ellie noted. "Bessie is trying to tell us something." What is it, Bessie? I think there is something inside the couch, Ellie whispered. Granny, how in the world are you? Are you all right? Miss Jane gasped as she pulled a lever, and Granny tumbled out from the depths of the hidden bed frame. Of course I am all right, Granny snapped, dusting off her apron. The dog touched this bed, I laid down on it, and it gobbled me up. I am terribly sorry, Miss Jane apologized. I have never done that before. Have some coffee, and you will feel better. By the way, Miss Jane, where did you sleep last night? In the Murphy bed, Miss Jane said proudly. Oh, I am sorry you had to go and stay with friends, Granny said. No, it is in the wall. Come on, I will show you.
See?
You sleep standing up? Granny asked, bewildered. No, it comes all the way down, Miss Jane explained. I declare I never did see so many clever beds, Granny muttered. Well, we will need them all when the other girls arrive. Oh, it is Helen. I told her to come up the fire escape. My rent here is based upon occupancy, by one person only. Welcome, Helen. Cheers, everyone, Helen called out as she hauled in her luggage. I will need some help with my luggage. I will give you a hand, Miss Jane said. Me too, Ellie added. Bessie, I have never seen anything like these city beds, Granny said, shaking her head. They sure are space savers. I reckon Miss Jane and Helen will share this one. I sure hope it is as comfortable as the one Ellie and I had. It is not bad at all, Helen said, testing the mattress. Thanks awfully, Ellie. Yeah, thanks, Melvin, Helen replied. I thought Granny was here, Miss Jane said, looking around the room.
She was. Granny?
Jane here. Bessie is trying to tell us something again. I wonder. Miss Jane, if it will not hurt your feelings, I think I will sleep on the floor tonight. Back at the mansion, Mr. Drysdale walked into the parlor with a flourish. And here they are, Mr. Clampett, the lovely ladies of Bonsai's household, and the flowers of the Orient. This is Mr. Clampett. Howdy, ladies, Jed said, tipping his hat. Mr. Bonsai, your women folks is here. Do you speak English? Jed asked. Amiko does, she replied gracefully. We have great pleasure to be in the honorable house of the Clampett son. What did she call me? Jed whispered to Jethro. Clampett son. That is a Japanese title of courtesy. They set great store by sound, do they not? Yes, and they're extremely polite, Jed remarked. Oh, I almost forgot about their luggage. I will give you a hand, Jethro offered. Hurrah, ladies. Meet Jethro. Uncle Jeth, big hillbilly. But me, international playboy. You wear a karate suit. Sure, I just cannot wait to have me a karate chop, Jethro said with a grin. You want a karate chop? The Japanese woman asked, her eyes narrowing slightly. I sure do, and right away, Jethro insisted. Please do not ask for karate chop, she warned. But that is what I want, and the sooner, the better. See you later, Mr. Drysdale. Thank you, Mr. Drysdale said, ushering the women inside. What are they so excited about? You are not supposed to do things for them, the woman explained calmly. From now on, they will do everything for you. Oh, well, take them upstairs. Tell them to take any room they want. We have plenty of empty ones. Go ahead. A moment later, Jethro came running back, clutching his side. What is the matter, boy? Did you fall over the rail? No, Jethro winced. I asked them girls for a karate chop and one of them slugged me. Welcome to Women's Lib headquarters, girls, Miss Jane called out as they entered her apartment. Thank you, the women replied in unison.
Come in, Granny.
Ellie Mae, Susie, and Betty.
Hi.
Now, you can hang your clothes in the closet as soon as Helen is through taking a shower in there. She is taking a shower in the closet? Granny asked, confused. Well, it is too small to be called a bathroom, Miss Jane admitted. We hang our clothes in the bathroom? Granny asked, aghast. Well, you could also call it the den, the laundry room, the kitchen, and the spare bedroom. Bedroom? Yes, we are so crowded here. I am afraid somebody will have to sleep in the tub tonight. Miss, by the way, I cannot take my shower, one of the guests said, stepping out of the closet. There is a furry animal splashing about in the bathtub. Oh, do not be alarmed, Miss Jane said. It is probably just Ellie's chimpanzee. No, Bessie is outside, Ellie corrected. It must be Frida. Frida? She is my possum. She just loves to play in the water. I did not know Ellie brought a possum, Miss Jane said. Me neither, I must have had it inside my coat. It likes to sleep like that. Well, Frida, you stay out of the bathtub when folks want to take showers, Ellie commanded. Yes, Frida, please, the guest added. Miss Hathaway, it is my landlord, Miss Jane whispered. Quick, everybody hide. Where? Where else? Miss Hathaway. Coming, Mr. Finney. I am glad you are here. I have a complaint. So am I. The landlord grumbled. I heard a lot of voices in here. You most certainly did.
It was the television set.
You have not got a television set, Mr. Finney noted. Well, that is my complaint. The walls here are so thin that the set next door sounds as though it is right in this room. I do not hear anything, Mr. Finney said, crossing his arms. Of course not. I made them turn it off. I believe I will take a look in there. Oh, good, I hope you brought your tools. There is at least half a day's work in there.
What?
Yes, the faucet leaks. The tub is stopped up. The shower does not work. The paint is peeling, and you have got to replace that worn flooring. It is dangerous. Well, I will tell you what I will do. I am doing apartment 16 right now, but I will put you right at the top of the list. Mr. Finney, that is another thing. The neighborhood children peer in at me all the time. Go away, you naughty child. No, I did not get a very good look, but that has got to be the ugliest kid I ever saw. Well, Mr. Finney, the situation is becoming quite intolerable. Ugly children, faulty plumbing, thin walls. What was that? I am glad you were here to see that with your own eyes, Mr. Finney. Oh, I was not. What did I see? Well, unless prompt action is taken, I shall be forced to call the Department of Health and Sanitation about the mice in this building. That was a mouse. Oh, what else? I never saw a mouse look like that. Perhaps it was something worse. I had better call the Board of Health. No, that is okay. It was a mouse. Well, Mr. Finney, what do you intend doing about it? Well, I have got a cat. No, that would not stand a chance against a thing like that. Goodbye, Mr. Finney.
Excuse me.
Is Vittles almost ready? Vittles? Well, yeah, food. You know, as we say in Japanese, lunch.
Oh, yes.
Anything special you would like? Well, I am not going to ask for no more of them karate chops.
I know you get uptight about that.
But there is something else I heard of that I would like to try.
What is it?
Judo roll. You want a judo roll? I sure do. You see, I am an international playboy and I like to experiment. Please, do not ask for a judo roll. But that is what I want. Heck fire, I thought you folks were obliging.
That is wrong, son.
Judo roll is not for ordinary persons.
But I am not ordinary.
I want to try everything. Now, come on. Let me have it.
Ah.
What happened to you this time, boy? I will tell you something, Uncle Jed. Them Japanese is real polite. If you ask for some of them special vittles, then they beat the tar out of you. More visits from the landlord, girls? No, you scared him away for a while. Helen, what in the world are you doing? I am getting some charcoal burning in this barge here. Well, that is purely a decorative piece. Well, Granny wanted to make us a hot meal, and that is the only thing we could find to cook on. Oh, there is no cooking in this apartment. But where is Granny? She and Ellie went out shopping for some victuals. That is food, Miss Jane said. Yes, I know. Let us try it, Miss Hathaway. This charcoal is smokeless, and I am simply perishing for a nice, hot London grill. Well, if I know Granny's victuals, they will in no way resemble a London grill. Are we back, girls? Well, you see what all we got. You're gonna have a feast fit for a king. For a queen, Granny. Remember, this is women's lib headquarters. Let's not exalt the male image. What did you bring? I am starving. Listen to this and let your mouth water, Granny announced. Salted down sow belly, owl gizzards, ground hog sausage, pickled catfish heads and tenderloin, a badger and gopher gravy. I do not believe this, Miss Jane whispered. That is not all. Tell them what we got for dessert, Ellie. Pawpaws with sorghum syrup, hedge apple turnovers and pulp wheat pudding, and a nice, ripe goat cheese. What kind of market sells things like that? You cannot get those kind of delicacies in no market. We went by home and sneaked into the root cellar. Yeah, and we peeked through the window, and we seen Jed and Jethro, and they were having a miserable time. Jethro had done fine from hunger. He was laying on the floor in his underwear, and Jed had to help him to stand up. It will not be long before they will be yelling and screaming for us to come back home. But we're gonna let them keep suffering until they knuckle under the women's lib. Well, I better get after the cooking. Where is the stove? Well, unfortunately, I do not have a stove. I started a fire in Miss Hathaway's brazier. Where? Right here, in her brass brazier. Miss Jane, I hope you do not put that thing on hot. Miss Miko, I have never worn nothing like this before. It is mighty fancy for an old weed bender like me.
No, Clampetson.
You look very handsome. Very handsome.
Please.
Well, what if I was to spill victuals on it? You have no worry. You will spill. Miko will clean. You girls sure are blighters. Our pleasure to serve, man. Please be seated. Is that an eating table? Yes, it looks like somebody has sawed their legs off.
No.
It is a Japanese table. You sit. Well, can I not better wait for the others? No, Clampetson, head of household.
Please be seated.
And have a sip of sake. A sip of what?
Sake.
Our native wine made from rice. You taste. Japanese, white lightning. Please be seated. Miko will entertain while you wait.
Hot dog.
It's sure to smell good in here. How soon is victuals? Oh, well, I reckon I can wait, but I am awful thirsty. Hey, you got a sumo crush? You have heard of sumo crush? That is what the wrestlers over to Japan drink. They are always giving one another sumo crush. It is probably like an orange crush or a lemon crush. You got any? Hey, Mr. Bonsai, you ever do any wrestling over to Japan?
Oh, yes.
Could you give me a sumo crush? You want a sumo crush? I sure do. Please do not ask for a sumo crush. Oh, come on, please. You insist? Yes, sir. We step outside. It is better for a sumo crush. I sure do appreciate this. I will not forget it. Not soon, I guarantee. Well, I have got Granny cooking on the roof. I do not think the landlord can smell it up there. I hope she does not set the building on fire. Oh, no danger. As soon as you are finished with your laundry, come up and have lunch. We are eating on the roof? Believe me, Betty, Granny's cooking is best eaten out of doors. I will get it.
Who are you?
I am the landlord. Helen, guess who Miss Hathaway has for a landlord? Who? Cary Grant. Oh, Mr. Grant. You are even more handsome off the screen than on. Does not that gray hair make him look distinguished?
Divine.
And those eyes. Those sexy eyes. They simply melt a woman's heart. Oh, Mr. Grant. You're my favorite star. My star of stars. Mine too. Might I ask you to autograph my slip? Who do you girls think you are kidding? I beg pardon? I do not look anything like Cary Grant. You know it. Well, Gregory Peck? Yes. Give this to Miss Hathaway, will you?
What is it?
It is a trap for her mouse. Excuse me, girls, there's a phone. Oh, no, compensate. I will get it. Clementine speaking. Hello, Jed. This is Granny. Are you suffering? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I sure am. Are you ready to knuckle under and give in to the women's lib? Have you learned your lesson? Well, Granny, not yet. I think I ought to suffer a couple more days. Yeah, let's stay in touch. Do not call me, I will call you.
Bye.
Well, now it is time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You are all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Do not come back now, dear. This has been a Filmways presentation.